again, there's three basic ways of getting into it. We're going to go ahead and have Jason facing the mirror. So the most traditional one, the one that we tend to learn first, is the one where the follow is all the rotation around the lead. So the man does no turn to the feet. The follow does a quarter to the feet. Okay? The next one would be where we both turn equal amounts. So we're both going to turn an 8 to end in promenade, right? And the final one is where the lead turns around the follow. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Purpose of that is to angle you to move in a different direction each time, right? So if I wish to, well, again, it just depends on where you are in the room and what you want to do next, okay? The next thing is we've got 3 different ways of closing promenade, right? So if we're in promenade, heading this direction, right? Again, the most traditional one is the one where the follow does all the rotation around the lead. So again, follow does a quarter, and then the lead does 9. So now we're going to do the one where we both turn to each other, and 1, we both turn an 8, and we end facing each other, and the final one is where the lead does all of the rotation. So we have 1, 2, 3. So this is a good way to like angle out the corner and at the back, right? So those are our twinkles there. Now, the next thing that we can do is we can go from a twinkle can go to promenade, or you can go to counter promenade. Now, counter promenade is the opposite of promenade. So this is promenade. Counter promenade is this. Now this position, as we've discussed, is pretty nasty. We don't really want to be in this as much as possible, but yay American style. Promenade, promenade, promenade. This is all promenade. Therefore, that is my counter promenade, right? So I don't have to deal with all these contorted positions. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a twinkle where we both turn an 8 to end in promenade. And we're going to go from, instead of going from promenade to close, we're going to go promenade to counter promenade. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now counter promenade, and we can just keep doing this all day until we get bored. Now, what we can also do is we can start changing from hand to hand to arm, right? And so the things that I've got to pay attention to. If he wants my hand, he's going to offer the hand with plenty of notice, or he's going to put the hand up in frame, indicating to me that that's where I want to go. The other thing that will help, right, these are not absolutely necessary, but if he wants my hand, he's going to keep his distance, right? If he wants my body, he's going to invade my space. There we go, yes? So that makes it fairly obvious to me which way we're going, yeah? So then, that's the promenade and counter promenade. Now, we're both turning equal amounts, which made us basically just go back and forth. If I wanted to travel across the floor in a straight line, what we'd have to do is that one of us would have to do much more rotation than the other. So if we start in promenade, right, let's just go in promenade to diagonal order, and I'm going to be the one doing all the rotation around, yeah? Or the bulk of the rotation, right? So what we can do is if I'm the one turning more, and I go around my partner the entire time, we travel in a straight line. If we go back the other direction, we can do the same thing, but this time, Jason's going to travel around me, right? So this helps us go in a straight line. Now, if we keep going, if I go, then Jason goes, and I go again, then Jason goes, it starts to curve, right? Naturally starts to turn, it starts to curve left. If we went the other direction, Jason comes around me, and I go around him this way, it starts to curve in a different direction. This one is much less useful in the room because of the direction of travel. Yeah? Sorry. So that was that. Then on top of that, we can take these same figures, right? So we can either, one person does all the rotation, we take turns, whatever, depending on how we want to maneuver the room, and we have a variety of handholds, right? So we can go double handhold, single handhold the other way, handshake hold, double handhold, whatever. You can do a lot of things. So what we do is we do one amalgamation. There are dozens that you can do. But the one that we did a promenade, going a twinkle where, again, the lead turns away from the follow. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to hand to hand, we're going to go to counter promenade. 1, 2, 3. Now, Jason's going to come around me to go back to promenade. 1, 2, 3. And again, we're staying in promenade. Now, he's going to go around me again. 1, 2, 3 with a head loop, underarm turn. Now we're back to counter promenade. We're going to go arm to arm. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to close up 1, 2, 3 to close position. Yeah? So that's your combination.